I start my presentation with the event of Constantinople. Did anybody know what is the meaning of Constantinople or what actually the Constantinople is? The Constantinople is a major or the main city in the world in the history. Today it is known as Istanbul or the Constantinia. It was the center or the hub of Ottoman Empire or the many Christian empires. When the Ottoman Empire occupied or the captured the Constantinople, they saw that there are the lots of women there. Means the ratio of women was greater than or they were large in quantity than the men. Then what Muslims decided? They decided that a man will hang a flag over a house and all the property. Mainly women will belong to him or that woman will be his property. This was injustice that was that has done with the women, Christian women in the past time. Not only this, but there are also many another events in which women were forced to do many things, even though that things were not in her rights. So I think that you all are feeling pride that you live in a Pakistan, but I am feeling ashamed that I live in a Pakistan, the country which got independence in the name of religion, in the name of Islam, but where there not a single Islamic rule is.
So my presentation topic is violence against women. First question: total population of women in the world. The total population in the world of women 3,805 millions. And what is the definition of violence? An act of physical force that causes or is intended to cause harm. And for example, one home, 5 daughters and no sons. Five daughters are studied in private schools, and his father doing work hard, and he says, I hope my daughters will become a good person of the society, which means doctors, engineers, and teachers are came to be a good person of the society. And discrimination of women start from their own homes, which she faces outside.
Assalamu alaikum. Today my presentation topic is violence. The meaning of violence is the use of forced means physical force so as to injure, abuse, damage, destroy. It has many types, but I describe just three types of violence. Number one is physical violence, and number second is sexual violence, and number third is psychological violence. What is physical violence? Physical violence, an act attempting to cause or resulting in a pain, physical injury. And number second is what is the sexual violence? And sexual violence is any act of sexual activity. And number third is forcible activity. And number third is
Greeting from Muhammad Idris Ramato. Today our presentation topic is violence against women. Total population of women in the world. As you all know that the population of women increasing day by day in our society or in our country, in our world. And 3.5905 billions women are more than men. And Pakistan is an unsafe country for women and children. As we all know that our dear country, Pakistan is a very unsafe country for women and child. As you all know that there are many rape cases or kidnapping cases and other cases are reported. That's why there are many girls and children are unsafe in our country because.
Assalamu alaikum. So today my topic is violence against women. So today I tell you some short presentation on the violence against on the women. Against. In world, the population of the women is more than men. In Pakistan, there is no kindness on women and children. There is no education for women and children. Pakistan is unsafe country for women and children. So many robbers and terrorists and so many boys parents with girls. And the population of the women is less in India and China because they killed girls and gave girls for married from the Punjab. and here is no peace. In the Balochistan province is very violent province for women and children. Here is no peace for women and children.
Greetings to everyone. Here I am standing in the short presentation. So today's presentation topic is the violence against women. So women's rights are human rights and human rights are women's rights. Women's rights are human rights and human rights are women's rights. A famous quotation by Hillary Clinton. So in the first place I want to tell you the definition of violence. What is violence? Means it is a force that means used to damage or destroy a person. There are two main kinds of violence: trauma or mental violence. Another is physical violence. Trauma or mental means to use means to make someone's feeling bad, scary or sad, and physical means to use our hands, our body to hurt another person's physical. And so another start, violence against women is a very big problem in all over the worldwide, and we have to stop it.
So today is a short presentation. A short presentation topic is violence against women. So what is violence? The word violence means the physical injury and the physical pain is known as violence. So first one is suffer in silence. Suffer in silence means the woman has to face many difficulties such as inequality, forced marriages, and the education, because they have to face all these things. First is forced marriages, inequality. So I want to give my personal example that in our community or in our villages, when the daughter is being given birth, so the daughter is being buried because they don't want their daughter to grow, to develop, and then is injustice, disparity. So for example, there are so many cases that the boys.
Today's our short presentation and topic is violence against women. So we have seen in most of the countries there are the violence against the women is they are tortured by the men, they are mentally and physically tortured or means physically forced by the men. And as I want to tell you the definition of the violence, that it refers to the physical forces is in this form of damage, injury that cause so many damages to the women. And I want to say that 22,000 cases are reported in all over the world against the violence, but no any kind of such means there are so many other cases is means instead of that there are so many other cases of the violence against women, but they are not reported. And is like we have seen that injustice is also the type of violence, inequality and forced marriages that be the cause of the suicide. Means most of the women's are suicide are.
Greetings from Mohammed Awais. Today I am here for the main purpose of presentation. My presentation topic is violence against women. So what is meant by the violence against women? Violence means the physical harm or a mental harm. Physical harm means the suicide, rape, harassment. So these are the physical harm. And mental harm, this is the depression, anger. So these are mental harm. So what is meant by the violence? Violence against mean that is the first example is a best example is the cousin marriage. Cousin marriage, that is a very effective cause of the cousin marriage, such as intelligence, lack memory, and these are the lack, and some abnormalities are present in the form of in the cousin marriage. So that is a violence against women are the caused by some harassment and the rope. So violence against by the torture, the boys are tortured.
Presentation on a great topic, violence against a woman. Violence. What is a violence? Firstly, I defined what is a violence. Violence is any kind of act based on a gender or physically or mentally harm, such as violence, anything, rape or murder. This is also kind of violence, and the main violence is the cousin marriages and the rape and murders are also, and domestic violences also. This is also domestic violences, and there are more example, and there are 22,000 of cases which are reported, but there are many cases which are do not reported, and there are such examples. This is as a Mukhtar Mai, and Sayyid Aliza Khan, which is also is a murder from her wife, and also there is many other cases which are also there. There are also small children, which girls, and also they are.
To all of you, myself Zairma. Today the presentation on the topic of violence against women. Yes, you know that violence refers to show the use to physical forces and image and injury, or violence refers to use physical forces, harms, damage or injury. As you know that there are two types of violence, physical and mental violence. As first one is total population of women in the world. Here the 54 point something total population in the world of women, means there were more amount of population of women in the world. Another one is Pakistan is an unsafe country for women and children. As in Pakistan there is more and murders of women, and the peoples don't take in equality to the women, and they are in every times they are
So hello guys, today our presentation day. So my presentation topic is violence against women. So the violence definition is the definition of violence: behavior involving physical indeed or to hurt, damage or kill someone or something. So I have means 5 points I have described. That first point is the total population of women. So the total population of women 3.905 million in the world. So the total population in the women. So second point is Pakistan is unsafe country for women and children. So Pakistan have unsafe country because they have means raping cases and kidnapping cases, and means increasing day by day. So that's why Pakistan is unsafe country in the world. So third point is we have a patriarchal society.
Violence may be a physical or verbal injury that is called violence. So there are 5 points I described you. That first is total population of women in the world. So the total population of women in the world is 3.506 billion. Second point is Pakistan is an unsafe country for women and children. Yes, the Pakistan is ranked out the fourth most dangerous country for the women's. And third point is we have patriarchal society, like raping cases and most of the cases of the violence against women. And the first 5 is solution. So solutions like education and state. You can educate.
Today my presentation topic is violence against women. Violence against women, particulars in transgender violence and sexual violence is a major public health problems. And
for main purpose of presentation, and topic is violence against women. So what is the definition of violence? Any physical action or force which causes intent to a harm is called violence. You know that there are many types of violence, such as we have the injustice, inequality, and like so. So the total population of women in the world is 3.905 billion in the world. And you know that our women are not safe in our Pakistan for the purpose of education or for the purpose of unsafe from the boys. And finally, the solutions. There are two main solutions of this violence, because one is state and then is education. Our state should take action against all this violence, and women give education free of course. And if one woman will study, then all society will study and all country will develop. And
presentation topic on the violence against women. First, I will tell that there are two types of violence. First is physical, and then tell you that total population of women in the world. The total population of the women in the world is 3.905 billion. Actually, that the women in the world is more, and there are some countries which are there is a less of women. Is China, India, and in this country there is a less of women. Second, I will tell you that what Pakistan is unsafe country for women and children. Yes, it's right that Pakistan is unsafe country for children and women. I mean, there are many children and women are killed by the acid attacks, murder, and raped. Like example of the Fatma, first she raped, then she killed. She's about the her age is about the 9 and 10 year old. So thanks.
So hello guys, I am studying short presentation. So my presentation topic is violence against the women. So there are main 5 types of violence. First, physical violence and verbal violence and physiological violence and sexual violence and socio-economic violence. So the encyclopedia of the physiology and the department of the violence and the extreme forms of the such as the accident and rape or murder. There are many causes of violence. The definition of violence: the violence be defined as the World Health and the organization of the as the international physical force in the power and treated in actual against.
Everyone, myself Murad Khoso, and today I am going to my presentation on the violence against women. What is the violence? Violence means torture someone. And there is a definition of violence. What is the violence? Injustice, inequality, disparity, forced marriage. Then these are things also by torture. These are things also by injustice and inequality and disparity. Injustice also happen by the forcing, and like in the Pakistan more happen injustice with the women. Then because of we are not Pakistan national are not aware about these things, that what happened, what kind of estimated, then what kind of these are forcing are happened with our women. Like a few days ago there in our Ranipur area there one rape case happened by one little girl with the one little girl. And there is no any kind of the justice with she, and then
Topic is violence. What is violence? Violence is torture someone, and one is right. What is violence? Injustice, inequality, distorting, and for example, the Pakistan is unsafe country for women. The India and China has no women less than Pakistan. The province in Punjab is still is women, and the Pakistan is no education for women because they go in other place. The people torture them, and someone sells the Punjab sell is girls, and the India and China the Pakistan has no kindness people, and and India has kindness people. The total population of women in the world from the.
So today is the topic, the violence against women. So who perpetrates violence against women? Are the boyfriend and intimate partners. So there is the population of over 3.905 billion females in the world, representing 49.58% of the world. So there is the over 22,000 reported cases of the world, because we have a patriarchal society. Because of this, the patriarchal society means that where men had more power and influence than women. Women can't do anything, because the roadside Romeos are throwing acid on their faces, but they can't get justice. Why? Because of our state. This is of our state. The state can't, the government can't fix the cameras on a street. They can't get justice, and because of this, the many suicide cases are.
Of course, Samir Ahmad here. I deliver my short presentation. The word is violence. Violence is a physical or mentally harm. There are the 3 types of violence: physical, mentally, or family violence. The physically violence, someone who is physically tortured. It's called killing, and there are the physical violence. The second is mentally violent. The someone who is mentally tortured. Someone who is mentally violent. The family violence, there is a force to convey the early marriage and for cousins, and the relationship between them is not good. is causes our depression and anxiety. There is a Pakistan is an unsafe country for women. The Pakistan is an unsafe country for women. Is the fourth ranking. Is a dangerous country for children. There has but India is the more greater than Pakistan. Pakistan the people are getting baby boy because they have the not respect of women. They have not education of women. There has the
Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Today our presentation on the topic of violence against the women. You know about the violence. What is the violence? Violence is physical or mentally harm. You know about there are two types of violence, physical or mentally. And I am talking about number first point is total population of women in the world. You know about in the world which women is large sector in. You know 3.905 billions women in this world and for 49.5 and 49.58 percentage in this world. You know about second point is Pakistan is unsafe country for women and children. You know in this world in this Pakistan is unsafe country for women and children. Women are unsafe in this
topic, violence against women. Violence is a physical force that can result injury. Violence is a part of torture. Violence means injustice, inequality, disparity, and no education. So, first point is total population of women in the world. The total population of women in the world is estimated 3.905 billion, represented 49.58 percentage of women in the world. So second point is Pakistan is an unsafe country for women and children. Pakistan is an unsafe country for women and children. In Pakistan, we hear many cases, reported cases of against women and children. Pakistan, often these cases, reported cases, appear in Punjab.
And today's my presentation topic is that of violence against women. So this is not a fun. This is the very serious topic. So we are a man and we are a boy. Your mother, your sister is that in the same case they are violence, and that you are take a action. But that of the same time the Fatima case, there are any people the same people is not take a questions that why they are murdered. But in our Pakistan, actually the woman is not a safe because Pakistan is the second or first rank in a porn video. So why we are saying that the woman is the safe in our country? So this is some reasons that
violence against women in Pakistan is a big problem. It means when people hurt or harm women because they are women. This is not right. We need to do many things to stop this. First, we can make that say hurting women is very bad, and if I say does it, they will get in trouble. Police and courts should help women who are hurt. We can teach it to everyone in school, communities.
Greeting from Mohammed Ashraf. Today my presentation topic is violence against women. Violence against women. What is violence? Violence is the use of physical force to use harm, injury, or damage to individuals, group of property. So Pakistan is unsafe country for women and children. So Pakistan is unsafe for the children and women. Yes, Pakistan is unsafe for the children and women as well. Young people included. You know that Pakistan is the worst nation in the world. And many sources were helped by Pakistan because of the injustice, including why we are going outside in Pakistan. You see in our society there is no injustice for women. Our last Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says Allah says all the people are equal in the eye of God.